the Terrorblade. Luckily, they do have the Dazzle Grave to save him, but it might be difficult for Terrorblade to shine in this particular game. All messed up for the side of Escape. I'm not sure if AdmiralBulldog had the range creep block in front, but he will get a free wave.
Oh, S4, that's a lot of damage with a Cold Snap as well. YapzOr, the attack, Sunstrike's well off the mark, but YapzOr's attack is right on it.
Wow.
And that's going to be S.
S4's doing fine in terms of CS though. Even despite that one death, he's still, I would say, ahead of Koipa.
Oh, he might even kill Koipa if Rubik wasn't there with a Cold Snap. S4 thought he had another opening and gets slapped down. YapzOr at the right place at the right time. 15 points up in the reactive armor right now, so he can easily tank through most of this tower and still feel very comfortable if he gets attacked.
Yep, 3 points in reactive armor.
Well, hello, goodbye Terrorblade. They found extra damage. They don't want him. They want the big man.
Do not want Akke. They know that this is happening though.
Yeah, there's your jump. Sunstrike it up. They at least make sure that the Invoker gets more money, and this is something that Escape do very, very well. They make. But I suppose Bulldog is already putting that Midas to work that he's managed to pick up and is continuously farming Radiant. S4 with Cold Snap. He may actually, yeah, he's dead again.
Yeah, Koipa's getting out of control. He's trained for Alliance. They weren't able to control the lanes very well for Broodmother.
Oh, they're coming. AdmiralBulldog. Hero knows he can find him. AdmiralBulldog is kind of, yeah, now he knows there's vision there. Low on life, they drop a secondary sentry. The Sunstrike from Koipa, right in the mark, and they get him with a Chakram. So AdmiralBulldog
gotta throw a curse down to at least just run away.
Keizu. Well, how's your prediction? His prediction's good! He went for the dust! He found AdmiralBulldog! The Chronosphere would be committed as well! The Sunstrike's coming in, it'll connect, and the swap out! The damage is still there from the Rubik! It was Akke going for the save with the swap, but it won't be enough! S4 and EGM have now moved over too. Keizu just needs to escape out. There's still a hell of a lot of spiderlings around here, but they're fighting outside.
Going to get scattered out by the Observer Ward, and they may beeline right towards him at this point. Yeah, S4's heading over there. There's no support close by.
Oh, he just time walks forward too!
Wow.
Oh, well, last two. Goodbye, Keizu.
Well, they were gone for way too long. Like, maybe...
Era is a man with a TP scroll though.
Koipa just used his...
Yeah,
he's up there though.
Yeah, he just went to go up. But he's going to at least try and go for the trade-off. S4 dropping so low. They weren't ready for that one. The Tipper Chain barely missing the tree that S4 was sitting next to. Here a little bit off the mark. That one he's going to get. The Shallow Grave from EGM buying time. The Curse makes sure S4 can't TP out. The Sunstrike's coming in. So say goodbye to your Bat Rider. So Koipa takes out the tier 2 with a 4-star. He can drag someone a long way out in Era. They're still the man in the front lines. They go for a telekinesis grab, but it's over on just an illusion Terrorblade. Nothing real to work with. And now Firefly is also worn off, so Bat Rider, S4 having to go a little bit more blind around the pit until Bulldog makes his way in, actually gets the Faceless Void with the Thorn Spiderling. Flip-passes to that, and with 10 sticky Napalm charges over on Roshan, now as Alliance looking to bring down the big man. They had to buy back over on Keizu, but the damage is already done. Roshan belongs to Alliance, and S4 with an... Also quite early on, 23 minutes in, but then you also get like a full Solar Crush from EGM. 23 minutes into this game, you're going to find the last two. YapzOr, the man to be dragged up at the moment. He only steals Flame Break, might have wanted something a little bit better than that, but he'll still burn, no matter what he does. They actually
Dazzle Grave.
S4 has Blink last two. He's waiting a little bit longer, however, because he wants his teammates to arrive. So Bulldog moves over into the Insatiable Hunger era. The stun from Akke won't last long enough. Keizu starts with time dilation. Wants a Chrono on Bulldog. The swap out from Akke is going to guarantee his death with the extra damage from Sunstrike. But now YapzOr's on the hunt. He's got Blink and Swap available. The Observer Ward actually sees Loda better than anybody else, and that's what YapzOr's going for. The pick up, the telekinesis grab. He's not going to go for the swap just yet. In fact, currently he's dealing with the illusion being mirrored onto him. But Loda slowed down with a Cold Snap. Still waiting this one out with a deafening blast. Now we start to still really Koipa flex those muscles, and they go for more. The swap is over on EGM, stealing the weave now in favor of YapzOr's team. EGM picked up and thrown back into the rest of ESC, and EGM will be dropping down S4 will be allowed to survive, but slow to find a target, or maybe he will be finding EGM. Warps the Chronosphere. EGM needs a force up. Someone needs to get him out of that pit right now. Picked up, and it will be Akke actually swapping him out, but Era waiting for EGM. The Shallow Grave will make him work for this a little bit harder, and they don't want Akke by the looks of it. EGM will still end up going down to Era as Era goes in harder, pops the Chiva's gun, slowing down. S4 has to trigger the BKB with Kuiper behind him, and the physical damage is more than enough from Escape to burn through him. And now Loda starting up the fight with all the illusions. The curse is out. The Bulldog chasing down KZ off on the high ground. You can Tornado, create more space. Loda's illusions still keep fighting with it. This being a 2-for-2 trade-off. You sunder the life of Era. The Orchid, the silence is actually there now from Bulldog, but the embrace is cold from Cinder. But it'll be enough to keep Era alive while Loda dies in front of his own tier 3 tower. They hunt for more. Akke, finally the man who tried to save this initial fight with his swap, will be going down. Kuiper will turn around just in case.
He's still too tanky though.
Oh, he's found the dazzle. Sunstrike, that hit so perfect. Oh, will he? Yes, the Chronosphere. S4 gets the BKB off, the Sunstrike still coming in. S4 copying too much damage. EGM is forced to use the Shallow Grave. Meanwhile, the backlines, Broodmother slips in and Cinderin, well, we know he sucks up against the Broodmother. In this case, he dies just as quick. And the rest of Escape want to kind of disengage. They don't have to fight Alliance unless someone hangs around like Bulldog does. He gets picked up, thrown down with a cost up. The damage is so huge. They swap him out for the attacks from Kuiper. They still follow through, and they go for even more. The EMP burn. Alliance gonna have almost nothing left. They try and push away from Loda and all of these illusions until they're ready to fight him up again. So further north, the rest of Alliance licking their wounds. KZ, that's way too much damage he's taking. Has to time walk it off. Era comes to the front lines. He knows Akke is low. Tornado's not going to be catching up S4. But Loda also having a little bit of trouble. Yapstor picks him up, throws him down. He's got the swap available. The problem is he gets stunned up by Akke. Now Gemma through sight. So they have the vision still. Loda try and break free. Era so low, but the Invoker is killing with an EMP. Looking for even more. EGM over the tree lines. The Ice Wall will slow down EGM, but the 4-star from S4 brings him back out to safety. It's Akke who's hunting on the bottom lane for Era. Sharkham's a long way up for Kuiper. He knows this is a little too easy. When Era can blink in, get the whirling death. S4 coming back from
Both into this fight as you can.
just means, you know, buybacks, you know, have him twice over. Jump in from Era, finding EGM. They might be able to rip the Shallow Grave again. Bulldog hunting down Cinder, and he'll be able to finish that job. As, well, Akke 4 staffs away, but he already gave the stun over towards the Rubik. It's Kuiper. Easy pushback on Bulldog. And he's got nothing else to really give at the moment. His BKB was already triggered. He's down for 81 seconds. And Loda looking for the damage now. He has to stand his ground. He has to fight. Akke was able to save S4 from the Chronosphere. So they just keep dealing swap. The last 2 there from S4. KZ trapped, and Loda, he actually has the strength. He has the opening. They brought down Kuiper. They brought down the big man. The question is, can they get the twofer? Can they get both Era and Kuiper? Era kind of stuck in the trees for a little bit. Loda still fighting it up. But there's 20 reactive armor charges from Era protecting him, not to mention everything else he's got. With Yapstor on the back line, can swap S4 back over. The Force Spear is still in range, but Era, he went left while the swaps went right. They cannot keep S4 under control. They finally got Kuiper. Who got the money for that too?
That was Loda, I think.
You're right. He got 1,064 gold for that 1 kill on the Terrorblade.
Yeah, Invoker was right in the middle of the fight.
Oh, then again, are they? Bulldog's coming in. Roshan's pretty damn low, but he's not dead yet. Kuiper's got the swap by dropping his hand of Midas on the ground. Aegis Immortal into the hands of the Faceless Void. As they...
Any of these heroes getting focused down by Terrorblade will die very quickly, aside from...
They're coming for Era. AdmiralBulldog's got the Bloodthorn, slowing down Era. He needs to wait until the chain. Okay, well, the rest of the team's going to arrive. Lotus Orb will allow Era to break free. Now S4 jumping in. They have to wait the Lotus Orb out. Then they can last 2 if they want to, and just hold him here as he does a hell of a lot of damage. EMP Tornado. Era will finally pop. S4 triggers the BKB. He wants to go for more. Problem is...
Yeah, it's nice to get his Bloodstone charges down. Surprised he didn't suicide, but I guess he forced him to come to the last, so not a big deal.
Quick jump, the swap bounce from Akke, actually saving EGM, but the Chronosphere from KZ. It catches 3, including S4 in the back line. Kuiper wants to finish the jump, the Deafening Blast. It pushes it back a little bit. He has to bail out from Loda. That BKB is just...
buddies, and that would only be... actually, Rubik. Yeah, only Rubik has one. but 975 mana with Infest, he's 160 short.
Oh, here's your movement. Very deep for Era. The tier 3 tower's already gone. There's a loop around the back from AdmiralBulldog, and he focuses instantly over on Yapso. The cold embrace from Cinder will save it for Keizu. Locked in the front lines, never even got one ulti off, so they curse over on AdmiralBulldog. This buys space for Kuiper to get himself away. They blink out, and Alliance showing their strength once again that they can fight, but Era wants to go. S4 snapping towards the air. He'll hit the ground, but Era in a little bit of trouble. Loda will help him break free. The Shallow Grave let S4 also fight with a little bit more confidence too, but Era needs to chain away. The swap is there as Yapso going back in again. The Gem of True Sight will be lost, however. And now is the swap in from Akke. They keep Era in the fight. Alliance are currently doing it very well to a point where they bring down 3 players at ESC. They don't get Kuiper, who's still hovering around. So good for them. They can get themselves Immortal Initiators. S4 can probably take it. Bulldog might probably hand to Myers and grab one of these things too.
Yeah, he needs to be an Entrance to be able to cast it twice, especially if he time walks.
Well, there it is. Entrance, they BT forward. They go after EGM. Sunstride's going to kick in. It's only going to be the one Chronosphere. But that's 70 seconds. Alliance may not feel so confident about this without having that big Aghanim Scepter weave. And yep, it is going to be the melee Rax. Escape will back out. The bottom lane's being pressured in just because of the fact he kept finding 4 5-man Chronos. Now he jumps in, finds S4, goes for the first one. Akke will end up sacrificing his life as he swaps out S4. Will he survive? EGM gets a shallow grave. Akke making himself out. This one, Bulldog hunting down Cinder, and the Ghost is protected for now, but not anymore. Bulldog just reeling away. The Lotus Orb is up. Yapso actually picking himself up with this one. They Chronosphere onto S4. Will they find the damage? Sunstrike, Chakram, they're going all onto S4, but again EGM with this shallow grave. He's buying more space, and Bulldog goes for more initiation. So S4 is able to survive. The Rubik will go down. So a 1-for-1 trade-off. Loda into the fight too. Escape, do you still feel you got enough to fight? You burn both your Chronospheres. And Loda could just bring out that refresher orb and get his metamorphosis back up again in a second as well as his BKB, but the card! Cinder it! He finds the opening! S4! They swap it back out again! So S4 being chased down by the Forge Spirits, but Alliance breaking 3 of the 3-men. Huge curse! But now they're grouped up outside the base. Loda, he wanted to thunder, but the Lotus Orb cancels it. He doesn't find what he wants, and now he's down for 95 seconds. The buyback will come. He'll actually come back to the front lines with the BT, but how many more of his teammates will still be alive? Here is fighting in the front line. Cindering goes down. Kuiper, they find the damage. They bring him down. Here is on the run too. The sole survivor.
Buyback, but they'll have the Aegis and Cheese, and they can just end the game. So go for a little bit of safer play, although their cores don't really have room for the Aegis and Cheese. Looks like Terrorblade without a buyback will pick up the Aegis.
Alliance support. It's up to the 3 cores of Alliance. As Escape, they just chipped from range into the tier 3. How much more can they get? You still have your BKBs up from the cores. They didn't have to fight too hard. So Bulldog runs in, comes a fair chunk of damage. Tornado's going to pick him up. BKB still cool enough for 12 more seconds. AdmiralBulldog, well, he'll get out. How much more can they go for? Escape, ripping through that range Rax. The fortification will slow things down. Loda going to trigger that metamorphosis. Bulldog back to the front lines again. Needs the BKB, Insatiable Hunger. Cinderin first to fall, but Keizu, the double Chronosphere. This could be it right now. He refreshes. He goes for the second one, but Loda pushed back out and then pushed back in again by the deafening blast. The Aegis Immortal will trigger. S4's being focused in the meantime on the sidelines, and the buyback out from Bulldog. Akke back to the front line. S4 is low. The Shallow Grave is up, so S4 can survive with this. Tornado tries to create space, picking up Bulldog, throwing him down with EMP. They're going to burn down a little bit, but the EMP doesn't burn enough. It's just the Ice Wall, which gives Alliance basically moonwalking out the front of their base. They do manage to pick up Faceless Void, so Keizu will drop, and the only thing that was obviously...
They're trying to fight without the Void. That's a very tiny window.
Firefly. He finds Yapso, but Yapso blinks away in time. Here it's going to come over. S4, there's a BT coming on top of him. It's AdmiralBulldog the front lines, but the curse! It's going to lock Bulldog in. S4 pulled away, and Loda, he will end up killing off S4. Too much damage from the Terrorblade, working against Alliance. Alliance They can't really capitalize on the 2 deaths of ESC.
All Escape had to do was just weather that fight and not lose like 5 heroes.
Radiant Courier just got killed.
Got it.
Hey, which one though? Swap very defensively and actually gives over the swap. That's Agniv's upgraded swap, but then S4, he finds Yasuo, dragging in the cold embrace, the Chrono Sphere! It got Bulldog and S4! The Sharkers are coming in case he wants to kill the secondary Chrono! They're gonna bring down Akke, falls out from Bulldog! There's nowhere to go! S4's even just on the tip of a turn! The Shallow Grave is not enough! The two of them are down! Loda, he needs to be huge! He needs to be massive! He's picking up the back lines! The Yulsat will end up saving the Rubik, dodging those 3 attacks! The Sharkers slowing down Loda! He'll come over to Era. Where is this damage output? They can't keep up with it. They have to back out now, ESC as well. By the time, no reason to risk it. You still got the melee racks in the mid. And Loda will need to actually fly that refresher out to himself in a second.
They still have to fight 3-on-5 though. They definitely know that Bruder, he had bought back. Not sure what happened to that, but regardless, they will have 5 heroes for this push.
And Koifa, they give him the Lotus Orb protection. Ori, the jump is over on EGM. Managed to actually get Lotus up. There's too many weird abilities flying around with these Lotus Orbs. But the bottom rank's being attacked. Loda, Metamorphosis up again. Wants Keizu. Keizu, Chronosphere's off cooldown in 1 second time. And then he can turn, but Era still standing on top of Loda. They want a better position for this. And this is a pretty damn good one. Loda on the stairs, isolated Keizu. There goes the Chronosphere. They need to kill Loda right now. And he's dropping. The Shallow Grave is up for EGM. They swap him out as well. Is Terrorblade in deep. Thunders over to Akke, but the curse is on Akke as well. Oh, Loda again has to kill off his own teammates unwillingly thanks to Cinderin. They go for more. The BKB is up. They managed to get the swap out again. It's Koifa who's the man who's saved, but Loda, the damage is there. Koifa forced in unwillingly, 2 deep. Triple kill for Loda. You still have Era inside the base, but S4 will not let him escape. Loda, the Shallow Grave is allowing him to fight in the front lines, and they get through. It's an ultra kill for Loda. The bottom racks.
He kind of killed his 2 supports, but that's what they're there for.
I think Loda is actually killing off as many of his own teammates in the fight as he's killing off enemy heroes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hello. Hello, Loda. 4-staffed up by Cinderin, trying to push him away to safety. The Slip Blast will slow down the push, but that damage from Loda is just so high. Do they go past it? Yeah, they are. They're coming in. They got 40 seconds while this Invoker is down. They're going to go for a straight GG push. Not a single rack has been taken. Fortification will slow it down. Keizu now back to World of Living. Time blocks out. He needs the Chronosphere and he gets it. He isolates Loda. That S4 still causing problems. This Chronosphere, there's no follow-up. Loda at least was controlled, but they don't find the kill. He's going for the Fortress with a BKB protection. Keizu now actually has to go again for the Chronosphere, but he hasn't got enough of them. Now they can just keep attacking it. This could be Alliance's game right now, and they've got it! 71 minutes! They actually take it on the back of the Rapier Terrorblade. Alliance take game 1 against Escape after Escape. Look, they had everything slammed into the bag. They lost it all.
Damn, that was an amazing comeback by Alliance there, and that's that's objective gaming at its finest. The Rapier was brilliant choice by Terrorblade. Generally, the Rapier is really bad because it doesn't work on your illusions, but his illusions are getting controlled by